Okay, welcome to another edition of Lion News. Lion News can be found at lionnews00.blogspot.com. Today is Friday, March 18th, 2011. And what are we going to talk about today? Well, we're going to talk about this propaganda piece that's in the official newspaper of Douglas County, Minnesota. Friday, March 18th, 2011, Echo Press. You're summoned for jury duty. Now what? Okay, don't panic. It's really not that bad. In fact, jury duty can be fun, educational experience. Okay? Now, why would they have this kind of crud in their newspaper on a Friday? Well, probably because there's a controversial case on Monday. Remember Jonathan Patrick Benson here on March 21st, 2011? It's the case where Jonathan Patrick Benson got shot up by the thugs at the Douglas County Sheriff's Department for defending his home. Okay? And the lead prosecutor is Chad the Felon Larson. Okay? So, what do they need to do? Well, Chad the Felon Larson needs some help, so they need to have some sort of propaganda in the newspaper the weekend before to make sure everyone believes that the system actually works. Okay? You know, and if you read this garbage that they've got here, oh, it's so wonderful. There's nothing ever wrong with the jury system, and you know, they'll tell you exactly how to do it, and they'll explain things, and oh, they've had such wonderful experiences. You know, the people who've been there, and there's so many misconceptions. They're trying to cure all those. Okay, and the part that really caught my eye is the 80 or so jurors then attend a video presentation prepared by the state that explains the obligations, expectation, and rules. Then they are ready to be summoned for jury duty. Okay? Then it goes on to other, garbage here. Okay, tell you, how supposedly the system works here. But it's all a bunch of garbage. Okay? They want you to focus on just the positive aspects of it. Of course, there's nothing ever negative about the jury system, about the court system. See, they're trying to build up their reputation. The only thing is, I'm sure that the video leaves out the fact that 80% of the jurors reach a decision about a case based on the persuasion of opening arguments. Oh, what happened innocent till proven guilty? I guess they didn't tell the stupid people who are on jury duty that they weren't supposed to reach a decision until after all the facts. I think that's probably what the video does, but these people still do that, and that's statistics. They've shown research proves that they've already made up their mind. Okay, so and will that video explain to them that the judge, if you place him under arrest, will resist arrest? Boy, I don't think so. Because remember, it's only going to talk about the positives. That arrest happened March 14th, 27, West Central Tribune. Okay? I'm sure that video is missing that information also. Okay? And also, are they going to tell you that Chad the Felon Larson sent a weapon into the Todd County Jail? I don't think so. Is they going to tell you that Chad the Felon Larson has put perjurers up on the witness stand? Well, I doubt that. Because Chad doesn't want that kind of information getting out. Does he? Okay? And I'm sure that they aren't going to put this little video interview in here from this Zenny62.com. He has an excellent interview with the San Francisco Public Defender's Office, who exposed the San Francisco police scandal here. Okay, we'll let him talk about here a little bit.
This is, as my constant viewers know, is your platform. But the San Francisco surveillance scandal, police surveillance scandal. Can you talk to my viewers about that who have no idea what this is about?
Well, as you know, Zenny, this is the age of technology and
right.
video, and as they say, everyone has an eye on you. And one thing that we've seen, particularly in criminal law, is surveillance videos playing a more important role. You can remember in San Francisco we had a controversy as to whether or not the police should be
right.
posting surveillance videos. Well, what happened is a couple of weeks ago, we had a case where the client said the police came into my room without a warrant, and if you read the police report that the police wrote under penalty of perjury, they said, well, no, we got consent and we followed the book and we did everything we needed to do to get into the room. Well, guess what? There was a video right in the hallway, and if you look at the video, it directly contradicts what the police say. Now, police have to have a warrant in order to go into your home. This is America. This is the Constitution. And these officers were flagrantly violating the Constitution. In one of the videos, you can even see one of the police officers who knows the surveillance cameras there put his hand over the surveillance camera. And
he knew he was being watched.
He knew the camera was there. He put his hand over it, but then he pulled it back, and then you could see the officers going into the room. So he didn't keep his hand up there long enough. But the bottom line here is that the conduct that was captured on the videotape was illegal, and it contradicted what the officers put in the police report. Now, when a police officer writes a police report, there's a little thing that says, under penalty of perjury, meaning that you swear that what you write is true. And so if you read the police report, and you compare it to what was in the videotape, they didn't match. Then we got another videotape that showed a man walking into an apartment, and the police make an arrest there. The police officers find a white jacket, a bright white jacket with drugs in it. And they say, there's other people in the room, they say, that white jacket belongs to you, a young African-American man. And the police say, we saw you wearing the jacket, we had the hotel under surveillance, that's your drugs. He gets jailed for 3 weeks.
Just like that.
He's in jail for 3 weeks, charged with crimes. He can go to prison for 5 or 6 years. Go back and look at the video, what does it show? Guy wearing a black jacket, and he had told the police,
oh my God,
that wasn't my jacket. I wasn't wearing that white jacket. That's my jacket. They not only did not include that in the police report, but if you read the police report again, they say clearly they saw him wearing a white jacket. What do I think happened in that instance? I doubt very much that they saw anybody going into that hotel. They just simply saw the guy in the room and said, that's your jacket. I mean, think about it. How are they going to know that that guy who's walking into a hotel is going to walk into a room that they're going to bust that evening? And again, what we're concerned about here is the violation of constitutional rights. Now, some people might say, well, so what if constitutional rights are violated? Well, again, if we can't trust a police officer to tell the truth about, what kind of jacket you were wearing, or how they got into a room, or whether they used master keys in order to get into a room illegally, we can't trust that. We can't trust anything. And we can't have a criminal justice system that's predicated on perjury and lies.
But if this happened now, it begs the question, how often does it happen?
In the past, we have had reports of officers going into the room without a warrant, and it comes down to the police officer's word against a person that's accused of a crime. Well, guess who wins most of the time? And often the judge will believe the police officer over an accused. What's different about this time is that we have a video. And when you have a video, hey, you can't deny it.
Is that to say, God, tons of questions now, is that to say that appellate courts look the other way on police actions like this there have in the past? Is it safe to ask that question?
When it comes to police misconduct, I'm very sad to say that the system doesn't take it seriously. That even in this case, take the case where the video contradicted what the police officers said, the officers testified in court, consistent with what they wrote in the police report, which the video disproved. The video was shown in court, right? The judge dismissed the case because obviously the officer had lied and had committed perjury, which is a felony. Okay, what happened to the officer? Nothing. The district attorney, the prosecutor,
not even a reprimand.
Yeah, the prosecutor in the case continued to argue that the search was legal, and it wasn't until we published the videos that we got the response that we did. And some people say, well, why would you publish this to the media? For 2 reasons. People have a right to know. They do have a right to know. The police are public servants, and if they're out there, going into apartments without a warrant and lying about it later, that's something that you ought to know.
That's taxpayer dollars.
Yeah. And the second thing is that nothing happens unless the public knows about this. You don't have the reaction. The district attorney's office has dismissed 57 cases, and rightly so. Why? Because you cannot trust perjured testimony.
Okay. Now, I'm sure that is all included on this little video right here. See? No, I wouldn't count on that happening at all. See? Because like I said, they only want to tell you what serves their purpose. And that's what's been written on my channel page. Here, police officers' reports sometimes omit essential information, and follow-up investigative interviews by prosecutors frequently fail to discover it. This Adachi just got in telling you that the prosecuting attorney knew it was perjured testimony, and he still was insisting that it should be admitted into court, that the case should still fly. See? Boy, doesn't that sound familiar? That sure sounds like someone I know. That sounds like Chad the Felon Larson to me. Sure does. See? So, here again, a use of arrest reports. And again, this is from the prosecutor's handbook, Deckel's Prosecution Principles, right here. Okay? Use of arrest reports in criminal cases. Arrest reports are almost always one-sided. Here it said sometimes. Oh no, this said always one-sided. They recite only what the police claim took place and may include only witness statements that support police theory. Boy, now that sure sounds like something that someone I know would do. Who? Oh yeah, Chad the Felon Larson would do that. Alright? So, the thing is, why would you want to participate in some bullshit called jury duty? Okay? Because they aren't going to tell you that cops are professional liars, that they use the Reed technique, okay? Which violates one of the most basic laws of all. Thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor. Okay? Let's see if I can find it here. Got it. Oh, here we go. Resistance, therefore, requires denying the interrogator control of the interrogation, preventing the interrogator from building rapport, and preventing any attempts at emotional manipulation. And that's what they do in the Reed technique. They pretend like they're your friend, but they're the wolf in sheep's clothing. They're going to make false statements against you and lie to you, produce false evidence, and then they just bring it right into court. They bring that perjury right in there. This Adachi just got in telling you that. Whoops. Alrighty? So, the thing is, why would you want to participate in jury duty? Okay? I have a little letter that I wrote to the jury commissioner. You can find it on my website. It's at the bottom of this page here, Assault at Waterama. Okay? And here's the certificate of mailing that I sent to Rod Olson, their jury commissioner. Okay, and here's his letter back saying I'm excused from jury duty. Okay, here's their stupid form they wanted me to fill out. Okay, it's all right there, never filled out a single answer. Here's the backside, never filled out a single answer. What I did was I sent him a letter. Okay, I'm not going to read the thing. Okay, but I've never got asked to come back ever again. And why? Well, geez, I told him in the letter that, you know, I'm a Christian. I'm not going to participate in some kangaroo court. Okay? And I said the most famous kangaroo court is when they prosecuted an innocent man and crucified him. Okay? And I said, if they're stupid enough to have me come down there, I would love to have that happen. All right? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my time to educate those people who are stuck there with me about how crooked the court system is. So what happened? I get a letter saying, oh, I'm excused. So people refuse to participate in this bullshit they call a jury system here. Because you have people like Chad the Felon Larson putting perjurers on the witness stand, and you're just going to be listening to perjured testimony. Okay? One-sided stories. And they're going to lie to make sure you believe them. So why do you think their conviction rate's so high? Because they're perjurers. Okay? Just like Adachi said, you can't have a system based on lies and perjury. Well, what do you think Chad the Felon Larson does? Perjury. That's his stock and trade. That's the only way he can win. Okay? So people wise up. Okay? Thank you for your time.